Hi everyone, it's Homer again with the discussion of grammar, and it's interesting that as we are ending this course that we are dealing with grammar. Grammar in itself should be easy because there are rules to follow. However, I find that it's probably the most difficult to teach. I found that through the years, the best way that I can deal with grammar is in a holistic scenario, not simply dealing with grammar rules and coming up with contrived sentences and exercises, but to work on the grammar rules within the student's own writing. I really love the way Ferris and Hedgecock mentioned the fact that the errors need to be labeled. It is important for the students to understand what type of error they are making. So it's got to be a focused corrective feedback. Otherwise, there is no reason to do it. I find that our L2 students have some similarities, at least at the level that I'm dealing with, which is the ESOL 052 students at the community college. And again, this is the level that is the prerequisite for English 101. So this is their last attempt before they move on into fully credited classes. I find that these students have similar concerns. First of all, subject-verb agreement. I find lots of problems there. I also find problems with plural, singular, plural, keeping consistency of it. Also in parallelism as well. In terms of punctuation errors, most of those errors occur with compound and complex sentences. So what I try to do is, after discussion boards or written assignments, I take out excerpts from the students' writings themselves, and I use those as exercises. I tend to find that many of the same problems are consistent among the students, and I feel that dealing with the topic that they are writing about, it is authentic to them. It's not something that I have made up and has no purpose for them. I'm very, very fortunate that the way our new ESOL 052 classes are arranged, we have our modules, but within our modules, we have Lumen activities, which is a separate scenario. And each one of our lessons is paired with a Lumen activity that is a grammatical activity that goes hand in hand with that particular lesson. So again, there's authenticity. I also found that in the readings, the idea that there needs to be 3 emphases on the grammar. First of all, it needs to be controlled. If it's something that is being presented for the first time or there is real confusion, it is the teacher's responsibility to give the students models. That's the controlled grammar. Then to give them some guided exercises, a fill in the blank. Take something, rearrange it. And this is where I find that my students shine and they remember. And then last of all, the free activities. Again, I try to focus on non-contrived activities. I don't want them to just make up sentences that have no meaning into the assignments that they're doing. So in their free activities, I'm giving them some guidelines in terms of the topics for the essays that they will be writing. Again, grammar should be easy, but it's not. Even though there are rules, there are so many things to put together. But I think by keeping these things in place, the students will excel. Grammar seems to be on the outs, at least in terms of English L1 learners. I don't know when the last time I focused in the public school system on grammar per se. So a lot of that is lacking in our own L1. So the best way I find is for students to be able to learn from their mistakes Give them some guidelines, give them some directions, give them multiple opportunities.